Good morning. It is 8 a.m. right now, and I couldn't resist picking up my pencils again. So I'd like to show you a little bit more. I did some homework. I have been coloring some leaves, and I have been adding more blue to the sky. And I also did some experiments with adding yellow to the background over here. And that is something I actually like a lot. So I'm going to add a little bit more. I am using this light chrome yellow. It's a polychromos pencil. And I'm just using a very light touch again. Something very special is going to happen today. I think it is very special. And I'm pretty sure I will be making a video about it tomorrow. It is about the arrival of a set of pencils. And it's quite an extraordinary story how that came about, those pencils. But you'll see. I'm currently planning on posting a video every day of the week. Now I do that 3 times a week, on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and sometimes one extra. But I really would love to be able to post one every day. So I am making some preparations for doing that. It takes some work to make that happen. Now I'm not putting this yellow just everywhere. I'm a bit cautious because I am in this first stage. I am only placing this yellow close to cooler tones. And I think you can see that these leaves have a warmer green, yellow, brown tone than these leaves. There's a more bluish green in it, and the same is for these leaves. These are a little bit cooler as well. And because I want to build contrast in this drawing, I will create contrast by adding this yellow next to cooler tones. And of course I don't want to cover a complete area, so it will be clouds of yellow. I rediscovered a beautiful blue in my Brownsill set, so it's this one. I will use that more in this painting, in this drawing. As I'm looking at the drawing, I think it is slowly coming together now, and it will take many more hours until I think it is finished. And well, I have to be honest, I'm really curious how many of you will be able to follow this tutorial series to the end. Because it is quite a long tutorial. But I warned you, this is not for the faint-hearted. This one's cerulean blue. It is from the Brownsill series. And that is the one that I made this blue with. Lovely color. Now there's some strange border occurred here, so let's see if I can get rid of that. Turning it into a cloud, so much better. This pencil is a beautiful pencil. I think the color is just glorious, but there are some little chunks, hard chunks in it. And that makes it difficult sometimes because it scratches the paper. And then you suddenly have a much firmer stroke than you intended. And that is one of the differences between, well, a good quality pencil like this Bruinzeel and the really good quality pencils like Faber-Castell Polychromos and the Caran d'Ache Luminance. I'm sure that there are many more. Pablo is very good as well. Prismacolor, I don't know yet. And but that is a tiny thing in the Bruinzeel pencils. Now the new set of Bruinzeel pencils may not have this issue, I don't know. I have only this old set. But I have to say, you can learn to work your way around it. To me, it's not a reason to not use them anymore. I just keep using them and just, well, I work my way around it, and with a light touch, there is not much damage. I will be posting this video tomorrow, and tomorrow and the day after are two special days in the Netherlands. It's the commemoration of the Second World War, and I think half the world, maybe the whole world, has a commemoration day for the Second World War. Because it literally was a world war. Everybody was on war. So tomorrow we commemorate the fallen, not only of the fallen of the Second World War, but of, well, of all the conflicts and wars in the world. And then the day after, on May the 5th, then it is Freedom Day. And that is the day, May the 5th, that Nazi Germany was defeated in the Netherlands. That war must have been a real mess. It is, you know, I was born in 1974, so I only know it from the stories from my grandparents. But there are many stories even my parents don't know about. So about 6 months ago, an old cousin of my mother's visited my parents, and he was telling an extraordinary story my mother never heard. He was telling that my grandparents were having a Canadian, I believe it was a Canadian soldier hiding in the house, but also a German soldier hiding in the house. The German soldier no longer wanted to fight for the Nazis. I had never heard that story. And then later it came out that my aunt has been writing letters to that. I think it was my aunt who kept in touch with that German soldier. And there are more stories going on in the family, but I really have no idea what is true about it. There is a story that there is still a gun somewhere hidden in the house, but we cannot find it. We have no idea where it is. But it's a cool story, and who knows, maybe someday this gun will show up. I really like the effect of this cerulean blue, but it is a strong color, so I will need some time to blend things. But I will certainly continue using that color. Now here in the bottom of the drawing, I think I will add some more green to make the leaves look a little bit stronger. And let's start here in the left corner, bruinzeel green. It is a bit a cooler green, and I'm doing that on purpose because cooler greens give more contrast with the warm background over here. There's the sun. I'm not trying to color the leaves, all the leaves completely the same. No leaf is the same. No two leaves are the same in the nature, so why should I try to make them identical? And with changing your way of coloring, I believe you can discover new things. So that's a huge difference. So I will do the other leaves as well. I am now coloring the areas in the leaves that have not much color yet. Some areas are still white, with just small pieces of white paper. This butterfly will get a different color. I'm pretty sure about that now. What sort of color, I have no idea yet, so I will just leave it the way it is until the drawing will tell me. Maybe that is the case, that suddenly I see what it needs to be. It sounds a bit vague, but the creative process has its own rules, I think. There's a lot of trial and error in the creative process as well. So let's take a step back and see what is happening. Well, I think we are definitely getting somewhere now. A lot more needs to be done, but I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing so far. I think this is it for today, and well, I will continue adding more color to the background, and then I will show you next time what I did. Bye bye.